all to myself alone.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Dan here from Mandarine. I want to talk about the power of positivity. Everybody's always talking about positive psychology. I've made some videos talking about the law of attraction. But when you're bummed out, when you're not happy, it's really hard just to convince yourself to be happy. It doesn't seem logical. So how do you go from this to this? It's not always easy, and that's kind of the challenge, and that's kind of the continual game, is finding out the key to unlock your potential to become happy. And it's sometimes you gotta have bad days. It's obvious. You can't have some sunny days without some rainy days, and if you didn't have the rain, you wouldn't have the green grass, and it wouldn't be greener on the other side of the fence. But I was reading this book talking about agnostics. It's talking about atheists and agnostics. And so they talked about how a lot of things in life aren't rational. A lot of things are just our best guess. A lot of our thoughts that we have, we don't necessarily know are 100% true or factual. Yet somehow we believe them. We have faith in our thoughts. Years ago, before the first airplane took flight, many of the leading scientific figures, or whatever you call them at that time, didn't believe it was mathematically possible to have a human experience flight, and they thought it was something reserved for the birds alone. But I think it was the Wright brothers didn't worry about that. They believed, or at least they acted upon the belief that maybe they could. They threw caution to the wind and took flight, literally. And years later, air travel is as common as taking the bus or riding a bike or driving your car. People take airplanes all the time. If you've seen a Casey Neistat vlog, you know that people are flying in airplanes. If you watch the news, you know people are lighting their shoes on fire. There's always something going on. But they did it. They didn't listen to the naysayers, and a lot of us have our own cynical naysayer. A lot of times you just leave a comment on a video that you don't think twice about, and someone calls you an idiot, or someone calls you much worse words for simply stating your ideas and then crushing your thoughts about something. Meanwhile, you don't know who's on the other side of the keyboard. But honestly, why does it matter? So many of us, especially myself, let's just say me, I spent a lot of my life, and I still am trying to work through this, caring way too much about what other people think, to the point that it holds me back from doing what I want to do. And that is not a good way to live, because you're not making the people who don't like you happy, and you're not making yourself happy. So you might as well do what you want to do and make yourself happy, and fuck the haters. Because the haters aren't going to do anything for you. It's just, they're not. I know there's people that are probably watching this video that want to punch my dumb fucking face, and believe me, I do too. I hate myself most of the time, and thus is the challenge for me to find out how I can stop hating myself, how I can work, how I can actually throw away delusions, get realistic but also optimistic, and propel myself into a position where I can more fully live my dreams, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. I don't want to do a 9-to-5. I want to do this, and I want to help other people. You know, I've had so many ideas. Talk about video games for a couple of years. And then Nintendo made this program where they take all your money and you can't talk about anything else. And if you give them a bad review, they'll kick you out. So I stopped doing Nintendo because I didn't like that shit. And then for a while I was like, hey, I'll do trending news stories. And I was like, everybody's doing trending news stories. I can't do that. It's just cancerous. I don't care about a lot of the stuff that's trending. Recently, I've done some YouTube drama, which I am more interested in, but everybody covers YouTube drama these days. It's it's like filler content for any big channels that don't have something to talk about. And yeah, I could probably continue doing that, and I might do that. But the point is, I'm trying to reinvent myself and find a new avenue of something that I actually care about doing, and that I can prevent myself from going into further debt and from these student loans racking up further interest. And it's not easy, but that's the battle, that's the fight, that's what you got to do if you want to be creative. And it's like, if you don't believe in yourself, you might as well just give the fuck up now and go put a tie on and go to the office, because nobody's going to hold your hand and nobody's going to make it easier for you. So I don't know, think about what you want to do. I'm trying to think about what I want to do. I've been thinking about it for a long fucking time. Hopefully one of these days it'll become more clear, and I think it has been becoming more clear over the past several months. I was just looking back at some of my older content today, and I'm not saying my new content is good, but my old content was really bad. It was just very bad editing, very low quality. I know the lighting's not great now, but this is just an impromptu video. You know, I want to do more in real life filming stuff, and I don't know, I have a lot of ideas, but a lot of times my depression gets the best of me, and I gotta just throw on The Secret by Rhonda Byrne and pump some of that new age hippy-dippy BS into my head, because it's better to think positively than to be cynical about everything in life. And you just gotta sometimes go with your gut, stop listening to the haters, and pursue whatever it is you want to do, and do it now. Thanks for watching, guys. This is Dan here with Mandorine. A little bit different video, but I don't know what you expect if you're watching my channel, because it's never exactly the same thing. But peace out.
All to myself alone.
Brushing your teeth there? You can brush all around. Getting real back in the molars.